Inglaterra. Boa tarde, todo mundo. Boa tarde, Brasil. Não, vocês têm outros acordes. Ok, eu vou falar e vocês podem pegar esses outros. Você pode fazer Fá. E você pode fazer um Dó. E Lá menor. Pode fazer Fá, Dó, Lá menor. Dó, que é Fá, Dó. Stand by me, stand by me, stand by me, stand by me, stand by me. Vamos fazer isso. Stand by me, stand by me, stand by me. Vou tentar. Two. Ele faz. A little one for the money, two for the show, three to get ready now. Cool cat go, I said, don't you hey? Step on my blue suede shoe. You can do anything but stay hard for them blue suede shoes. Think again, everybody. Well, you can knock me down, you can sit on my face, slandering my name all over the place. Do anything that you wanna do. Where's my... Eu vou parar. Agora vamos ter certeza que você sabe. Agora a primeira coisa que você aprendeu foi essa. Mas eu tô dando outra parte de brinde. Ok? Onde você vai pegar nessa primeira casa e você vai tocar um número. Olha como é esse número. Você faz 2, 3, 4. Ops. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. Começa na 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Eu tô no 8. Now, Elvis, no início da música, olha o que ele faz. Ele faz assim. Ele faz. A little one for the money, two for the show, three. A aula de hoje é para aprender como fazer um pouco. Hey everybody. Hello, hello. So, Welcome to our Tuesday guitar class here at Radio Terra. So today we're going to talk about finding the chords all along the neck for a John Lennon song. It's called Imagine. And we're going to keep it in the same style that we've been doing all semester. It's just talking about using the musical language, you know, the 1 through 8 for the scale numbers, and they got the chords that go with it. And we're going to move into a world here. It's called, it's going to be in the world of C. And we've talked about the caged chords, and we're going to kind of take a better look at them. We use those to find things on the neck. So we're going to do, so the song is, and it's got a really cool part that you can kind of practice your pentatonic scales, there's like an intro part, and it kind of, I'll get a beat going. I'm going to kind of put this Brazilian reggae kind of beat to it. So it's kind of like this. Remember now, okay, that when you guys it's really important to practice with a beat, okay? You can go to YouTube, you can buy a little metronome if you want, you can go to YouTube and just say, I want a song that's about, this is about 80, I think, 85 beats per minute, something like that. And so, we're going to play, now we're going to show, I'm going to put my head inside this little circle down here and show you the caged system. There it is, C-A-G-E-D. So from this, these are all the forms. And what this does, it takes you up and down the neck. So you can, like, let's say you wanna, this song's in the key of C, right? So right here is that C chord that we're doing, okay? Okay, so we're in that. And so the song's in C, and then, so then if we want to find, so the second chord is F, so the song goes like this. Imagine there's no heaven, F. It's easy if you try. Okay, 1, 4. So, where can we find these chords? Okay, so we're in the cage system. So we got the first one's right there, so no brainer. It's the C. And there's some pretty cool things to do. But let's just find this C. Here's a C. Here's an option. Now, how are we going to find the F? Well, we're going to go to the C-A-G-E-D, E. So we go to this E chord. Well, wait a minute. That's an E chord. We need an F. Well, where is F? So, and this is the thing, you know, you guys kind of have to learn the notes on the neck. Now, this thing in the yellow thing over here, that yellow thing, that's the note for the G scale. It's got a lot of the important notes. It's got an F sharp instead of an F, okay? As a matter of fact, this little ball on the 6th string, that's your E. And so we talked about this a lot, and no one's here yet, but when you show up and you find this class, make sure you register. It's free, and that way you can, let's turn this beat off. That way you can get all the materials, review all the stuff we talked about, because one of the things we talked about is just the musical language. 1 through 8 is just how a scale works. If I'm in C, so it's 1, C is 1. And then the C at the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's a C at the top where you can go all the way up the strings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 8. 1 and 8 are the same. So there's 7 notes. So anyway, so So in this, so we have this E here encaged, but we need to make it an F because the song, in most songs, work with those 8 numbers. And each one of the 8 numbers, we talked about this. You can review it. We talked about how it's a sandwich. I'll go over it again. So you got, here's our 8 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you get another 5, 6, 7, 8. And each note, if you play the notes up the neck, okay, what makes a chord major or minor, what's major? It's that kind of like more happy sound, you know, and then once that you don't play a C minor, that's a sad song. That's the minor chord. So what happens is the way the 8 notes go, you got your sandwich. So you have 1 is major, 2, 3 minor, 4 major. Make another sandwich and the same thing. The bottom piece of the bottom piece of bread, 5 major, minor, minor, major. Okay, so we go up the neck and it sounds like this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so but most songs use these numbers, these chords, and so like for example, happy birthday to you. That's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 or 1, 7, 6, 5. You. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to 1. Happy birthday, everybody. 4. Okay, or just what was that one song? Wild thing, you make my heart sing. 4. Ba la la bum ba. 4, 5. Man, like or like every breath you take, every breath you make. 6. Every vow you break. 5. For a day I'll be watching you. Every single or when the night 1 has come. 6. And the land is dark in the 4. So anyway, in this particular song, imagine it's 1 and 4. So we got the 1 as a C. The 4 is an F, but we know how to play this E. Cage it. But we need it to be an F, and this is what the cage system does, okay? You know where the root is. It's an E, okay? Right here, it's a 6th string, so you just... And there it is. There's an F. Because music, we talked about that. That's why I said, please get in there and matriculate, or register, I guess, is the English word. So you register, and then you can review the stuff. But basically, music is A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And then it repeats again, goes back to A. Okay, so we're on E, and then a half step up is F. These are steps, these frets, okay? So here's our F. Okay, so you take the caged E and you move up to F. Now, with the C one, why is this a C? Well, because this bottom note here is a C note. Now, you don't always have to play, you don't always, like if you want to play a D, then you gotta chop the neck off here, okay? So here we are, C, and we go up to D, so we play the same pattern. We go up to E, F, but what this does is you visualize this, and it kind of gets you accustomed. You feel at home all over the neck because you know from these chords. And now we have this A, and that's a real important chord also. But for now, we got our C and our F. So we can play Imagine, and then and if you want to, you can just, instead of playing all these notes, you just take the top 4, okay, of that. See? Instead of doing this whole E thing, you take the top 4. That's an F. And you can do all kinds of cool stuff. So here's our F. Now what you can do, you can just move it. You can go down the F scale. So it goes 8, F is 1, it's also 8. 8, 7, 6, 5, 1, 2, 3, 8. Okay, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you can go. So you're just playing these same notes here. So we'll get to that later, but this is a cool thing, you can do that. But just, it's all with the numbers. Imagine all the people. Whoop. Imagine all the people. And then you go to this G. Then you can go to the G, which is you take this F, the cage thing, and just go up to the G. Living for today. Or you can go, you can do then there's a kajid. See that G? You can play your normal G. So you go, imagine all the people. And then you could play the G. Living for now. And so we're in this cage, this form, and you got this G on the top. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. Oops, 8. 8 is the same as 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now we're on 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there's this real important chord. And so you got this 7, 8. See the 7, 8? As a matter of fact, you can see those are the G notes right there. This over here. Whoops. Over here in yellow. So we're just going up the scale from the red ball, G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, up. Where's it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 2, 8 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. And see that red ball at the top? Okay. So anyway, next to that red ball is the 7th note. Now there's this really cool chord. You got your cage, your G. See, there it is, the 3rd. And what you do is you lift up your little finger, and that's called a G7th. Now, I'll just, to get you confused here, a G7th isn't the 7th note. It's a G, when they say G7th, this is kind of like the rock and roll chord. He called Katie and took me for a ride. She got the Katie and took me for a ride. Okay, Mustang Sally. So that's kind of like the rock or blues sound. Now, if you play the real 7th, so that's this. If I play this 7th, that doesn't have a rock sound. Some people live for the fortune. Some people live just for the fame. So that's the G major 7th. That's the real 7th. But just to get anyway, so you can play this chord. So you go, and all the look and all the people going down the F scale to G, living for today. Okay, so you got the G. So there's how we get around to some of our chords in here. And then the only other chord there is there's an E in there. So yeah, so it's got the F, G, and so that's where they come from, and that's kind of how they relate to the cage thing. Also, so it's a good start, because what you're going to be doing eventually when you're going to be soloing, and I'll show you this next, so we're just going to kind of like play the first part of this song. So here we go. So we're just going to go C. I'm just playing that F right here. And if you want to get the cool sound, instead of playing the full-on C, just to kind of cement the whole major 7 thing, check this out. That's a C at the top on the 2nd string. What happens when I just go down a half step? I'm at 7, so from 8. So, dun, that's that C beautiful sound. That's not the C. Here's the C rock and roll sound. So it's like, imagine there's no heaven. It's a C major 7. Imagine if look what happens if I do the C, the rock and roll 7. So here's the major 7. 7. Matter of fact, the Beatles have a song. See, picture yourself in the with eyes closed. Anyway, so look at what it sounded like if I did it. So here's the real major 7. Imagine this. Sounds right. Now watch this. If I go down a whole step to the rock and roll 7th. Imagine that. Imagine that. It just sounds terrible. Yeah. Imagine there's no heaven. Yeah. It's not right. So it's got to be the major. So anyway. So check this out. You just lift up your finger. Imagine this. Now you can play this F as I showed you. And then if you want to pick up a really cool thing, and this is something that all you advanced people or the beginners, get that thumb over there. Okay, just get that thumb and grab this low E, because you can use it to, and later play Jimi Hendrix songs, like, you know. What I'm doing, I got the F form, F form with this. Now I'm playing a B. What's it? After all the tricks, okay, so we go to here. After all the tricks are in the boxes. Oh yeah, and what's this? This is just that A caged. It's the E cage with the, and all the clowns have gone to bed. You can hear happiness stamping on downstream. And when you got this, you can do these little Jimi Hendrix embellishments. F sharp, A, and then you play the caged. It's just instead of this A, you got this. And since you know, now you're in an E cage, and you can just kind of cruise around this. Let's go down to this A. See that? The 3 dots with the. Now I got it here. And then you got this. So you can go. I'm just playing with the cage, the A. Cage. Now here's the cage C. I got this C. And you can use it with a lot of cool stuff, man. You can play Little Wing by Jimi Hendrix. So let's see. So I'm just playing that G with the same thing as the F. Now I'm playing the caged A, but, and this is what's really great because you got this, okay, so we have this E form, where is it? Yeah, so this E chord, caged C, and see where it's got that, I think it's like a 2 and a 3, yeah. Okay, see where that third, number 3 is? Well, that's an E, and this low note is an E. So what you got, you can get rid of this, and that finger number 1, that's the third. Third is what makes a song major or minor. So we take this third and flatten it. Now I got an E minor. So what happens if I want an A minor? Well, this is an E. I get the same thing, but I move my fingers and I come up here to this A. Now I got an A minor. So look what I can do. So I was doing this Little Wing by Jimmy. A minor, and then so E minor, cage, looking at the E, see, now I got my E minor, so I did my A minor. Now I go to a B flat, B minor. B flat, A minor. The G again, G caged. The F we're going to be using in the song in a minute. C, and then to get a really cool sound, you just take this C cage and you just bring it up, and then you go up to this A cage in the D position, So it's like E minor, E caged minor, E again in the G position, A minor, the E caged, E minor, so now you got your B minor, A minor, G, F, C, whoop, what are the words of that song? Let's see. She was standing in the dawn, the first light. She was walking. What the heck? How's it start off? She was laughing in the line. The circus smile running wild. Butterflies and zebras and moonbeams, fairy tale. It's all she ever thinks about. It's riding like the wind. She was dancing in the cloud. If anybody knows, leave a comment. What's the first line to that? She was dancing with a circus smile. She was dancing in the clouds. Anyway, I digress. But we were just taking a little tour through the caged chords, right? So that's important. So here we are, back to the, imagine we found our C and we found our F, which we were using and all kinds of other stuff. So here we go with get our beat going. So I can go. Oh, a little line for you. So you can go up to the C if you want to do that. You can go from this A to C. I'm just doing the two notes. C major 7. Hitting the bass. I'm just going boom. And you know about that, you got dead in the strings. I'm kind of using my left hand to deaden them. And I'm bop, bop. If you want to have a little lesson on just the right hand thing, we can do that. Just let me know. I'll open it up. I'll do it next Tuesday. But so here now we're going to play this little thing so we can get into the world of the pentatonic. Okay, so here we go before we get done with this class. So here we go. 4, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so see this G major pentatonic? See that little red ball there up on the E string. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that and we're going to move it up to the C. So here we go. I'm on 8, starting at 8. It's a pentatonic scale, 5 notes. So the 8 really is the 1. And now see that other red bar? So that's our C, 1. Pentatonic, 5 notes. We throw out the 7th, the real 7th, and we also throw out the 4th. So we're just going to count 5 notes, but the 1 through 8, it's the 8-note major scale without the 7 and the 4th. So the 5 notes of the pentatonic are just. See where I am? See that red ball? But I'm up here at the 5th fret, so put your finger there. You're on that red ball now. 1, 2, you do it. Do it again. Now you do that. Now I'm going to go up to 3. You can do it. Now I'll do it. 3, 1. Now I'm going to go. I'm on the 4th note of the pentatonic scale. On that black ball next to the red ball. Now see, you put your little finger on this red ball up here. I am on the 8th fret. You just keep your fingers all organized like this. 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 4, 3, 1, 3, 1. 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 4. Oh, that sounds kind of cool. Just gonna go down. I'll do it. Now you do it. Here you go. Your turn now. So it's like 1, 4, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1. Whoa, 3. Whoop. 4, 1, 4, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 1. Now you can do a cool thing. You can do this 1, 2, 3, 4, and then kind of give it a little. You take your finger. You got a little my thumb's in the back here. See that? So my thumb's back here. Wait. Where's my thumb? There it is. And you kind of like. Kind of take it up to that next note. 1, 2, 1, 2. You just kind of bend it up there. Use your 2 fingers with this, and then you play the 3rd note. You don't get all the way to the 3rd note, but you get up to the 3rd, and then you hit the 3rd here, and then you go hit the 5th one. And now you can keep going down. Now you just gotta take your time with it. And it's interesting because this pentatonic is based off the G cage thing. Look. See this G chord down here? Okay, now notice where the root is here. So we take this G all the way up to the C. And then we'll take a look what it looks like up here. So I'm up now, instead of the red ball, the two red balls on the 6th string and the 1st string, they're at a C note on the 8th fret. And then you got this other red ball on the 5th fret. So you can go. Just go up. I'm on that red ball. But now remember, I'm not down there at the bottom. I'm up here. Put your little finger on this. Hear it? There's a C. It's right up here. And then you line up your 4 fingers. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us, above us only sky. Now I'm up here. I'm in this D, K-Jet. You can play with the volume. Ooh, what's that look like? So I'm going from here, the D. This is the D cage, but I'm in a C form of it. The Kajit. It's like this D down here. Well, I'm trying to think about the cage thing. So I go from D. I'm on D7th. Then I go. Now I'm playing a G caged chord because it's the 5th chord in C. I'm in the caged A, A for G, caged A for F. Now I'm in the caged E for C. Now it's the caged G for C. So if I think about these cage forms, that's why I don't mess up when I go down. I go, I'm gonna D. I know I gotta hit these two because it's a D7th. Now I gotta hit these two because it's a G caged A, F caged A, C caged E, And now I'm on my C cage. I mean my A cage for C. Ow! You can hurt yourself doing this. And there you go. So I hope you guys got into this cage thing, moving the chords around a little bit. And these classes are live. So you can ask me a question right on the spot. Just come next Tuesday, sign up. It's free to get in here. And we got classes from all last year and this year. And, well, wait, let me just get my head out of the little box. So yeah, come on over and check in, ask questions, send comments, and let us know. And while you're at it, just do a favor and subscribe and push the button for the bell so that you'll get the notices for when the classes are. They're every Tuesday. So have a great night, and we'll see you hopefully next Tuesday. Take care. Now, Elvis, no início da música, olha o que ele faz. Ele faz assim. Two. Ele faz assim. A little one for the money, two for the show, three. A aula de hoje é para aprender como fazer um pouco de improviso. Olá, Brasil. Olhar o mundo. Aqui, lá no Boveda, Rádio Terra. Boa tarde, todo mundo. Boa tarde, Brasil. Vocês têm outros acordes. Ok, eu vou falar e vocês podem pegar esses outros. Você pode fazer Fá, e você pode fazer um Dó e Lá menor. Pode fazer Fá, Dó, Lá menor. Dó, que é Fá. Dó, stand by me, stand by me, stand by me, stand by me, stand by me. Vamos fazer isso. Stand by me, stand by me, stand by me. Vou tentar. Two. Ele faz assim. A little one for the money, two for the show, three to get ready now. Cool cat go, I said, don't you have? Step on my blue suede shoe. You can do anything but stay hard for them blue suede shoes. Then again, they fight. Well, Well, you can knock me down, you can sit on my face, slandering my name all over the place. Do anything that you wanna do. Where's my... Eu vou parar. Agora vamos ter certeza que você sabe. Agora a primeira coisa que você aprendeu foi essa. Mas eu tô dando outra parte de brinde. Ok? Onde você vai pegar nessa primeira casa e você vai tocar um número. Olha como é esse número você faz.